surround sound recordings.
What is going on, guys? It's your boy. I'm back again with another podcast with a very, 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 very special guest today. I just want to say hello. You know, if you guys are just now tuning in, whether you're joining us live or you're watching the replay, this is the NEXXTIME podcast, guys. Yes, I am your host, NEXX, Next Level, man. And what this podcast is it's a great place. It's a safe place to be. It's for the TI community. And to the right of me is my great good friend, great person, soldier. She's a child of God. She's been going through some things, and she's here to talk a little bit about that and to spread some love and some hope. My good friend, Angie Pittman. Angie, welcome to the podcast. Angie, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
All right. Angie, so what is going on? It's great to have you with us today. Man, it is a blessing, man.
Yeah, it is for me to hear. Hoping, to spend time with you and, of course, fellow TIs.
Okay.
That's always good.
Okay. Definitely, man. So let's just start from the beginning, man. And big shout out to every TI, okay? Big shout out to worldwide, guys. This thing is worldwide. It is not just in your backyard. It's not just in your head. You are not crazy, guys. If you have been experiencing some weird situations going on, if you feel like you're being watched, monitored, followed, people pointing and staring and laughing, it's definitely some things going on here, man. And I just want you guys to know that you are not alone. I experienced these things, and Angie, are you experiencing these things too?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Okay. So let's just start from the beginning, man. Where are you from? Like, where were you born?
I'm from Toledo, Ohio. I've been here pretty much all my life, ever since I was a baby.
Okay.
So,
Nice. And
yeah.
how was it growing up there?
It was pretty cool. One of the largest cities. It's not a large city, but it's a small city.
Okay.
I've always said it's one of the best cities, ever.
Okay.
But that slightly changed only because of the targeting, but
Okay.
it's still a decent city considering.
Okay. And did you have a lot of friends growing up? Like, did you have a lot of people that you used to hang out with?
That's a good question. Surprisingly, I mean, I've always been the lover type, just like pretty much by myself. But
Okay.
I have a cousin that's a couple of months and I am, and her siblings. She has more siblings than I do. I only have one sibling.
Okay.
And so we hung out where I had a lot of friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I see that one of my key moderators, where's Ashton? I'm being punked. Shout out to you. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Big shout out to Redder M. I see you, man. Welcome to the podcast. Man, we love you guys, man. We just want to welcome you guys, man. We love you guys. God bless you guys, man. I hope you guys have a great time, man. We have a really great person on the podcast today, and it's gonna be really special, man. We just appreciate you guys for rocking with us and for joining us, man. We are just getting started, and if you guys are just now tuning in, this is the NEXXTIME podcast, okay? I am your host, NEXX, Next Level, man. To the right of me is my partner, man, my good friend Angie Pittman, out of Ohio. Man, so Angie, what led you to discover that you were a targeted individual? Like, what was what was it that you started to see and notice and feel?
Well, ever since I was a child, ever since I can remember when I was at age, just being treated differently.
Okay.
Um, I always felt love, from my parents, but I just always felt like I was, even now, like, the same person getting now for back then. I was in school back then in the 60s.
Okay.
As our program, I can remember like at first, like the teachers and everybody, the students were cool and
Okay.
staff of school, and everything changed.
Oh, okay.
Everything was different,
Mm.
and so it's just like it just really reminds me of like you go somewhere and they're cool for a minute,
Okay.
change. So yeah, that happened to me when I was in elementary school.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that is
Mm-hmm.
interesting, man. Elementary school. Now that you say that,
Mm-hmm.
I can think back too, back when I was in those younger stages in my life, man, and I could think how, things was always a little, it wasn't, I don't, I have a hard time with the word normal, Angie, because, if you consider yourself a targeted individual, not too many things are normal. And then I ask myself, what is normal?
Right.
Like, what is it? Normal for me might be totally abstract to the next person. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I can totally to relate to you on that. Because things definitely weren't normal for me in grade school. So for me, with my targeting situation, it's definitely been from birth. Now that I look back, is that a similar situation with you?
Yeah, definitely. I believe that it was at birth because of my early memories being, age 5, and it's, suddenly not, answering to my raising my hand,
Mhm. Mhm.
to answer the questions or whatever.
Mhm.
I mean, they pretty blatant about it, and I
Mm.
couldn't understand what was up. And um, when the overt start, the overt things, I started reading the Bible, and
Okay.
it resonated with me.
Mm.
It just makes sense that this must have been, you know, a thing of me, at birth or even before,
Right.
conception. That's just like the Bible says it.
Okay. Okay. Definitely, man. Definitely,
Yeah,
man. That is interesting, man. If you guys are tuning
yeah.
in right now, man, if you guys, I just want to ask the people that's rocking with us right now, man. When did you guys, when like looking back now that you know what you know about the targeting? Because I don't know where everybody is and what stage they are in their targeting, but when did you guys, like, now that you know, can you guys track it back? Do you guys think that your targeting started a year ago, 2 years ago, or was it like me and Angie? Is it since birth? Because I definitely know for me, Angie, it was definitely since birth, man. Like
Yeah,
nothing made any sense, and I went through HE double hockey sticks.
exactly.
Yeah,
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 I
man.
know what you mean.
And we
At a
still,
young age.
oh yeah, yeah, man. And it definitely wasn't easy. It definitely wasn't easy at all, man. So at what point, right, did you
Hmm.
learn about the actual program? Gang stalking and
Oh,
target. What point did you actually learn about it?
well, I was at the beginning. I did a YouTube video, December 20, so around that time. At that
Okay,
time,
okay,
it's when it really became clear to me, because I mean, there's just so much, but like my neighbors
mhm,
started, doing and what they had been doing at other places I had lived in,
okay,
stayed in, and I mean, it just they made it obvious.
Okay.
Um, the the job mobbing, which I had a lot that the neighbors really let me know.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
man. So what kind of things were they doing, Angie, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh no. Um, it was first moved here.
Okay.
Um, one of the things I asked when I applied, I was like, well, how are the neighbors here? And I was told that everybody's so nice and, blah, blah, blah. And
Mhm.
so, right. And I don't even know. I asked that because I had noticed some things in the place that I used to live before moving here. But so for the first few years, they were really nice. I mean, they seemed to be really nice.
Okay.
And I remember one of the neighbors asking me, and I didn't even know this guy. He asked me while he was with a group of other neighbors,
Okay.
did I want to out and drink with them? Like apparently, I guess to sit on the porch and drink with them, and I was interested. And um, it just seems like that's when they started spiraling. But
Mm.
there's an ex that was involved too, because it
Okay.
seems like that it's like once this person got mad at me, um, he pretty much threatened me. He pretty much know that the neighbors like, I mean, that's when everything just hit the fan.
Wow.
They were letting me know, that they were like doing the direct, doing their little hints, and wow, they were doing some things.
Man, I am
Yeah,
so sorry to hear that, Angie. I am so sorry. And
thank
I just
you.
want you to know that you are so strong to go through this and
Oh,
to still be standing here beautiful as ever and speaking out against this and
thank
praising God through it, man. And God loves you, man. I just want you to know that, man. Man,
I
the comment sections are lighting up right now. Where's Ashton says, I knew for sure only starting a year ago, but I've known something has been up my whole life, man. I that's definitely where I'm at with it, Angie. That's definitely like because
yeah,
I didn't actually I knew something was weird, right, with my life, and because everything kept crashing around me, I kept going through so many trauma situations where I could say I was man, I would say I was man, I'll have to say I was traumatized from all of this stress and heartbreak and pain and disappointments that I went through, and it definitely wasn't easy at all to go through that, to endure, man. Redder says there is a theory that isn't considered to be pristine, but this almost feels like it even the perps as if they were placed there from before the targeting. Man, I definitely agree, man.
yeah.
We definitely go through some things with these perps, man. So, out where you live, Angie,
hmm
do you see a lot of funny things, a lot of perps moving around, a lot of activity going on out there?
I'll tell you like this. If I didn't see anything, I would be concerned.
Okay,
That's a lot. Even when I was younger, and I testified about this briefly, a little bit on my first video.
okay,
Um, I just, hmm, I just once I started driving,
okay,
that's when it wasn't over, but they were making themselves more known.
okay,
Um, but that just like was pivotal. But when was at a young age in my teenage years, and I would go to the doctors.
okay,
Every time I would go to the doctor office,
okay.
people would show up, just
Really?
like they do right now. Right now, there, would be at the minimum like 20 people just showing up. All these dogs. I was very young.
Okay.
Um, And so, yeah, I mean, I would see weird. Your question was that weird, like things I would see that was like bizarre,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. Is it like a lot of perps out there in where you are in
Yeah,
Ohio, right?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. So when I started driving, remembering it a whole lot more, but I would drive down this main street
Mm-hmm.
um, in my neighborhood, and every time I would drive down that street, but pretty much, I mean, like a lot of streets here, like I would always see this like people just acting weird, you know. And like when I moved here, I got the reminder of it because when I moved here,
Mm-hmm.
riding my bike, which only a few minutes away.
Okay.
And one day I was riding my bike, and everybody, like every driveway, there was a car coming out. Like it was just so obvious. They made it very obvious. They would have somebody at the driveway, like interrupt my pace. I
Okay.
just could. It wasn't a smooth ride, and I had, rode my bike street many times. But yeah, I mean, I would just see a show. It's just like people would come out. Like it just seems like a circus.
Mm.
That's it. The street theater. What I know now as street theater.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was seeing when I was younger, and I used to be like, could just trip me out. That also happened when I was even, like in elementary school too. Like
Okay.
some of the children and the teachers, it would just always seem like it was like a stage.
Okay.
And so yeah, I see a lot.
Wow. Man, I got a
Yeah.
shout out right now. Street Psalms is with us, Angie. He says, Shalom, Shalom. Angie,
Oh,
big shout out.
hello.
Welcome to the podcast, Street Psalms.
Hey.
Yeah. Big shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now, man. Big shout out to you, man. God bless you, man. This is the NEXXTIME podcast, man. I am your host, NEXX Next Level, man. To the right of me is my good friend, my partner, my sister in Christ, man. Angie Pittman, man. Smash a like on this video right now for every TI, man. If you're going through this, not just for me, not just for her, for every
Right.
TI that is going through this, man. Smash a like on it. And I got to tell you guys, man, Angie has an amazing YouTube channel. She has some amazing videos. That's where I first found her. She's speaking out against this, what is going on. She's telling her story, man, and it is very, oh man, it's just, I can't even think of the word to describe it. It's amazing, guys. The link to her YouTube channel is in the description. If you guys want to check that out, I advise you to subscribe. Do it now. Don't even wait. Man, so we got a lot of things to cover here, man. You did mention something about workplace mobbing.
Yeah.
Has that been
Sorry.
an occurring thing for you recently?
Yeah, I just didn't realize it at the time. It's like whenever I would start a job,
Okay.
except for that when I was 14. Yeah, 14. I keep wanting 15. When I was 14, I worked at a job, a social service agency,
Okay.
and everybody was, pretty there, and especially my sister, him and his wife, they were like wonderful to me. I'm hoping it was genuine because now that I know what's going on, that's how they do it. They seem like they're real nice, and then all of a sudden they show you just, the monsters that they can be. But
Right.
I was always treated very well there. They went out of their way. They were very kind to me.
Okay.
But my first job, I worked. I worked at a restaurant, and some bizarre things happened there.
Okay.
And then when I got what I consider I started working at a hospital, and I noticed like all the staff there would always, because I get migraines. I've been getting migraines ever since I was a little girl.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And thank you very much. I believe that it has something to do with the trauma and possibly, I don't even like to say this word, but the weapons I hear a lot about.
The directed energy weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, when I started working there, I noticed that because back then, people get migraine. I mean, it was very rare that you would hear people getting migraine really common.
Okay.
But back then it wasn't, and I noticed that the sisters be like mimicking me. Like it felt like if they were teaching, they would always make comments about these, migraines, these headaches.
Okay.
But they couldn't tell me the symptoms back then.
Mm.
But it was just like things like I would go to work and go to lunch and come back, and these women would be challenging me for no reason at all, as if they wanted to physically fight at work.
Okay.
See, so I mean, there was just a lot of things. They would have me work a shift that even though I had seniority, they would give me the less ideal shift. Just different things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just like at other places I've worked, like it would happen and progress. It just got worse and worse.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Man,
I
so
appreciate it.
has this been a repetitive thing on almost all the jobs that you've worked?
Oh yeah, it's been repetitive, and I'll tell you this. There's two significant things I could mention. The the one thing that I noticed that when I started this one, I had to be there early in the morning,
Okay.
and I noticed that every time I would go to work, somebody would pull up at the same time. They were doing a synchronicity thing.
Okay.
I hope I said it pronounced that right. But so I thought that was weird. And then I used to belong to this church um, that was known as a sanctified church.
Okay.
And when I left that church, um, they would come up to the job,
Okay.
and I guess they were trying to talk me back, going back to that church, but I wasn't interested. And so, but if that, like harassment, even though it looked like a kind gesture,
You're
but it
right.
just like it infringed, like it just really invaded on, like that just it went too far to me to come to my job when they have my phone number. They had my phone number.
Okay.
They had to pass my house to get to where I worked at.
Mhm.
It just didn't make sense. It just felt uncomfortable. It felt like they were manipulating, like trying to front on me, like
Yeah.
put me on front.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've definitely been
yeah.
through it, man. And I'm so sorry, man, to hear that you went through it, man. We got some comments here, man. Praise Jesus says, it's so awesome to meet you, Angie Pittman. It's so
Hi, you
awesome.
too, Praise. Hi.
And let's see here. She says she's sorry to hear what you have been going through, man. Big shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Big shout out to you,
Yeah,
Praise Jesus.
exactly.
We love you, Praise Jesus. We love you,
You
Street
do.
Psalms. Where's Ashton?
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
that's tuning in right now, man, you guys are not alone, man. We are all in this together, man. And we appreciate you for joining us today. And we just want to let you guys know that this is an interactive podcast, okay, guys? Wherever you from, man, you can type it in right now in the comment section, man. If you guys feel called to share, or if you got any questions for me or Angie, you can actually call us up right now. There is a phone number streaming across the bottom. If you guys want to talk to us right now, we can plug you in the podcast. This is not an easy thing to go through, this whole program. And it's designed to be fear-based and to isolate us. And this is not what we're not going to let it do. We're going to come together, guys. We're going to use platforms like this to come together. And big shout out to my guy, man, DMBPF, all the way from the UK. Welcome to the podcast, my guy. Yeah. Big shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining us, man. Man, this is great, Angie. This is amazing, man. The people are coming out, man.
Yeah.
He says,
What up?
I feel that, Angie. How are you next? Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, man. Thank you for joining us, man. We are actually just getting started, man, and just letting you guys know, that God is with you, man, and everybody has a story to tell and a different journey, but guys, we can relate to these things, and I don't want people to get it twisted, because a lot of people, Angie, they think that, just because certain things have not happened to them that other people have in their testimony, that it doesn't happen, you know, or they, oh
Yeah.
no, that's not happening, or you're just paranoid, or it's just it. No, man, no, you know, this is a safe place for every TI to come into. You know, I wish we could all just literally just hold hands, but maybe one day, right, Angie?
I hear. Hey,
Maybe
you
one
never
day.
know. Like,
We need to spread the love, man, and to keep it going on, man, and keep this thing going on. If you guys are just tuning in, this is the Next Time podcast, man. We just getting started, man. So Angie, I got a question, man. Has there been any TIs in the community that you reached out to, formed a bond with, and ended up turning their backs on you?
oh man. And we love the TIs. And I want to say the ones that it's when you somebody is saying that they're TI but they're perp.
Okay.
But yeah, I have there's some beautiful TIs out there, and I know that there are true TIs because of course I'm one of them. I know you're one.
Right.
Street that you mentioned here, and there are, because I keep hearing, which is pretty discouraging, but I keep hearing that there's a lot of TIs, which I do know now from, I learned the hard way, that there are some fake TIs, but there are a lot of, true TIs out there. I'm concerned about when I hear that there's only, I think one day I heard that there's only 1%, true TIs on here,
Okay.
and that's not. I don't like hearing that because it it just doesn't look for all of us. I think that there's a lot more TIs now. They are getting bold because they're randomly, picking PTIs. Just they're more random with this now.
Okay.
Blacklisting, I think.
Okay. Okay. So,
Yeah.
has there ever been a situation where you've gotten close or maybe formed a bond with a TI and they just like kind of turned their back on you or gaslighted you or in any way? Have you ever dealt with anything like that?
See, I can say a TI. I would say someone who posed as a TI.
Okay.
I've run into that before, where and when and it's like I kind of had a feeling about it because it just seemed like, and I'm very familiar with you know um, spiritually that there are familiar spirits,
Okay.
but this the first time that happened to me, it just felt like I met somebody here in Toledo.
Okay.
They just seem like the same, like that same spirit. I call it the hive mind, but
Okay.
it just seemed eerily the same. And so, yeah, but that person was definitely not a TI. I mean, I believe that um, I personally think that everyone is a TI just at different levels.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, because this is against humanity.
Right.
So,
Definitely. Definitely.
but yeah.
Definitely, definitely, man. That was amazing, man. Great answer, man. Great answer. That was awesome, actually. Let's hit the button on that. That was awesome. Man, so, we're heavy on YouTube, man, and we like to show love and shout out our favorite YouTube channels. Is there any channels on YouTube that you hold dear to your heart that you just want to shout out right now and just let them know that you watch them and appreciate what they do?
Oh man. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. I mean, the names that you mentioned, them of course, and wow. Like I said, wow. I can't even. I don't even have names right now. That was a surprise question for me. I mean, all of them
Okay.
are, but
That's
yeah,
okay.
but there's so many. There's a lot of people that's been. I don't know what I would have done without the testimonies, without people, and it's very because like even right now, the way my targeting is right now,
Mhm.
and of course, one of their main objectives is to silence us, but
Right.
and really making it, known to me that the things said in my YouTube videos, they've been attacking me, real hard about that, and or like in my phone conversations, but I don't care. I
Right.
mean,
That's
they've
right.
stolen so much. They've done so much. I'm not afraid to die.
Mm.
I'm
Mm.
not, I don't walk around here trying to scare people.
Right.
Only people that do that are the people that are scared.
Right.
And so, I'm wise. I try to be wise, and I try to be careful. You don't want to get in your emotions, and but I do have to. I try to be careful because I'm not trying to help them out. It's not because of fear,
Okay.
but I'm not trying to help them. Either.
Okay. Well, big shout out to my guy Jonathan E. Triumphant, man. Welcome to the podcast. Man, that's my guy, man. He's a prayer warrior, man. I see you, man. I see your comment. Let's see. He says, "Am I cool to be here? I actually dig Angie Pittman. I've actually learned from both of you tons, but I know I play the villain on a secret reality show." Nah. Well, hey, man, we don't know anything about that, bro. You are more than welcome to be here, man. You are definitely not a villain, man. And big shout out to you, man. He's got an amazing channel too, Angie. I don't know if you ever seen it, man. He's a
Yes.
prayer warrior,
Good.
man. I love that
I'm
guy,
checking
man.
them out.
I love that guy, definitely, man. Thank you for
Yeah,
tuning in, man. Definitely, man. If you guys are just now tuning in, don't forget to smash a like on it for every TI worldwide that's going through this, man. This targeting program, it's not just in your backyard, okay? They target every race, every color, every creed, every country, every continent. This thing is happening, man. And you know what? We need to stand up and we need to unite, and we need to pray against this and fight against this, man. This is an interactive podcast, man. If anybody feels called at any time to share, it's a number that's scrolling across, man. You can call in if you have any questions for me or Angie, or you just want to say what up. And just big up to everybody out here, man. The door is open for you, man. And we just want to let you guys know that God is with you and we love you, man. And we're gonna keep this thing moving, right, Angie?
yes, I'm here.
All right, definitely, man. So I wanted to ask you, Angie, what, when did you decide to, okay, I'm gonna make a video? No, not to make a video, but I'm gonna make a YouTube channel and speak out against this. Like, what was it that made you get to that point where you say, you know what, enough is enough. I gotta use my voice.
That's a great question. I at first was really shy about doing social media,
Okay.
with social media, and so my daughter, she actually set up an like Twitter account for me, Facebook. I had gotten on Facebook, and that's when the overt started. People was like tripping.
Okay.
I remember say I said something to them like they were acting self-righteous. It was just like they were just doing their like pointing the finger thing, accusations and things like that.
Mhm.
And so I got off of Facebook and I with Twitter, and then again this one neighbor, she was waiting outside for me one day. One night I was coming in, and she kept trying to befriend me, but I knew there was something, weird that was going on because, like she was just harassing me. But at the time, I didn't know what was going on, and it just was weird because she was like in her 20s, and here I'm an old lady. I always refer, and
No, you're
she
not
just
old.
kept
Come
trying.
on, Angie. Come
Thank you,
on.
being kind,
Come
but
on.
he just kept like showing me this attention that was weird. I thought it was, I won't even say it right now, but it just was weird. It was just, why would she be interested in me, an older
Right.
woman? It
Okay.
just didn't make sense. So she just kept like showing up at the libraries, everywhere I was, different places, and like she had this grin on her face,
Wow.
you know,
Yeah.
um, you know, and so she had said something, and I didn't hear her, so I walked back to, I backed up to hear what was said,
Mhm.
and she actually maced me.
Maced you.
And yeah, she
Oh my
maced me.
God.
And
Oh
seriously,
my
like if
God.
I had something to her that was out of the way, or if I cussed her out, I would tell you.
Oh my God.
I think that she did it because she was scared.
Wow.
She was looking, she was evil, and she was scared, and I think that she panicked, and like a few days later, she left.
Okay.
She sent.
Okay.
But so when that happened, because I kept feeling like these people, everybody was coming at me. But
Mhm.
since this has been happening since I was a child, I was kind of used to it, but just not on that level. But when
Mhm.
she did that, and when I called the police report, um, the way it happened,
Mhm.
they were trying to. I was the problem.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, thank you, sir. These three officers out on a call where I got, assaulted. That didn't make sense. And I'm thinking, a grandmother's old lady, why would they send three officers?
Right.
It just, their attitude when they came in. And of course, you got people, for anyone these days, pretty much that, I'm not an extreme thinker, so I'm not saying that all the policemen are like that.
Right.
Gotta preface it, but it just felt weird, and I thank you. I knew then it just didn't make sense. So I thought when they come at me and how like jobs weren't hiring me, which it was always easy to get a job. I mean,
Okay.
very easy with
Mhm.
my job record, and just, I felt like my family wasn't behind me. I thought just go online and tell my story.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was awesome, man. That was awesome, man. Yeah, the button
yeah.
on that, Angie. Wow. I can't believe that she maced you, man. What the
Yeah,
nerve? The nerve of these perps,
I
Angie.
know.
The
Oh my
nerve.
God. And at the time, you know what? God was really on her side, I have to say, because I was worldly then. I was still, I didn't in God, and I've always prayed,
Okay.
but I'm really grateful that wow, I didn't let me tell you, I didn't even know that she had maced me. She had to tell me
Wow.
because I was responding to whatever it was that she said. Because when people are acting bizarre, you just don't, your mind is comprehending it because it doesn't make sense, because it just doesn't make sense. In
Right.
fact, it doesn't make sense, and it just, so I'm trying to comprehend what she was saying. She was like, I maced you. I'm like, so I'm still hearing her.
Wow.
She maced me. And so, once it started singing, then I realized, but yeah, I mean, just like I said, I know I really believe she was scared, but I'm just grateful that, to me, these people are not worth me putting my hands on them.
Right.
Now, even though I believe in self defense, and I don't be fool out here. Everybody put their hands on you. You can
Right.
defend yourself.
Right.
Jesus was so, I know some people refer to him as Yeshua, which are different variations of his name, but
Yeah.
no, he had they had wards.
Okay.
So, and I'm not encouraging violence either,
No.
not at all. But
No.
as in fact, I'm saying they're not worth it.
Okay. Definitely. They're not. They're definitely. That's awesome, man. You guys hear that, man? They are not worth it. They are not worth it, man. Big shout out to Ashley Marie for joining us. Big shout out to Meerkat Karate. I love you guys. Welcome to the podcast. Yes. Yes. Big shout out to you guys, man. Thank you for joining us, man. If you guys are just now joining it, this is the NEXXTIME podcast, man. I am your host, NEXX Next Level, man. To the right of me is my partner, Angie Pittman, man. She is going through some things. She has been heavily targeted since birth. She is brave. She's a child of God. She's speaking out against this. And, man, we just getting into it right now. Guys, if you have any questions for me or Angie, man, type it in the comment section right now. This is an interactive podcast, guys. If you're not a part of the family, hit that subscribe button right now, okay? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And I need you guys to turn on post notifications so you are alerted when we go live, because you never know when next time might come, right, Angie? It
Right.
can come at any time, man. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us, man. So Angie, I got a great question for you now. So when you found
Okay.
out that you were targeted, like me, no. Okay, before that, scratch it. Before you found out, right? and just things was happening. You kept seeing weird things happening. Were you were you like me? Because I was thinking that people were out to get me and people were going to kill me. I kept hearing all kind of voices. So I would move, right? I would move from different towns and I would try to get low. And every time I moved, Angie, like it just followed me everywhere I went. Like it doesn't matter what town I lived in, what place I was at. Did you go through that experience? Did that happen to you?
No, this was slightly different because mine was, even though it was overt, it was somewhat subtle. If it makes sense. How they did me, like I used to ride my bike all the time,
Okay.
exercise,
Okay.
and so what they did with me, as you know, you're surrounded with people that they place,
Okay.
and so this new neighbor, she moved in, and this guy was supposed. And so every time I would take my bike out, I
Mhm.
would have to pass their apartment
Okay.
to leave the apartment. And this guy would always just be coming outside, coming outside his door when I would be, trying to take my bike out.
Okay.
And I had to pick up this bike, pick it up. It was rough, like, well, actually dragging it up the stairs to get out.
Okay.
And so one time when he did it, I got him on camera.
Okay.
So I noticed how he ran like some raid was being sprayed on him.
Okay.
And so man, I kind of got so into the question. But anyways, yeah, I mean, so what they would do with me is um, they was how do I put it? Like guys would come up to me, or my phone number, and we start talking, and that's how I was getting targeted over the phone. And like I could tell, like this one guy, he was doing a synchronicity thing. It was just more like that. It was more subtle. Yeah, to the neighbor guy that used to live here, that lives here. But one night I remember somebody knocking at my door, and so I looked through the peephole. This guy had on this person. I'll put it that way. This person was standing looking through the peephole, and he had on a screen mask.
Wow. Oh my God.
Uh,
Man.
Seriously, I even to this day that's supposed to scare. But I could tell that that's what it was, and I knew it was him. I could hear him. So
Wow.
I guess I really think that they thought I was, a person, like that. I live by. But yeah, he did that, and so it was just like I started seeing like they want me to be fearful. They just did a little really subtle. The only, the main thing was they, everywhere I would go and just show up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. I'm looking at the comment section here. Ashley has a question. She says, "What can we do as a collective on a large scale?" Can you please get a little bit more in depth with that question? Because I could that question can go in like, what can we do as far as what, Ashley? Let's see here. Meerkat Karate says, "I don't own a smartphone. I saw Gene Hackman on Enemy of the State." Definitely, man. Definitely. I gave up the smartphones myself too, man. Angie, have you? You said you mentioned something about your phones. Have you? What kind of strange things have you went through with these cell phones?
That you know what? That is such a good question. Too. I mm, it wasn't. I didn't have a smartphone, but when cell phones first came out,
Okay.
back in the day, like way back in the '90s,
Yeah.
I used to get these phone calls on my cell phone. But even prior to that, I used to get my house phone where they were saying they were calling a pharmacy.
Okay.
And I thought it was just the wrong number, but I now know, just from that it was, they were asking me then.
Okay.
But on the cell phones, they would, back then, the unlimited service.
Mhm.
So one time, she, I was being all nice. I'm like naive, and I was like, oh, sorry, you have the wrong number. And I'm just trying to help her, and she was just like laughing, like, but what it was is, I don't know how, but somehow whatever phone calls she and some other people were making,
Okay.
I was charged for it.
Wow.
And yeah, and it's just like phone, like constantly they're calling. It's just always harassment over the
Mm.
different phone numbers that I don't recognize, that kind of thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, man. The comment section is on fire, man. Oh, I see my guy, Final Fantasy. Welcome to the podcast, my friend. Big shout out to Final Fantasy, man. Like, all right, so let's get to it, man. Ashley Marie says, let's see. She says, that happened to me. A car next to me following us. Okay, it freaked me out. All right, just taking her. All right, okay. So she wants to know what can we do as a collective? A march, a silent protest, something. What can we do as a collective, guys? And Angie, I want you to answer this too. I want everybody in the comment section to answer. What can we do as a collective, guys? And I'm gonna just, me personally, I feel like it's all up to us. It's all up to us whether we speak out against this. Whether we put together a march or a protest, whether people are willing to do this. My main thing is, what can we do as a collective is pray. That's my answer. I feel like we need to come together and pray against this thing and pray for protection. Pray that the Father will open our eyes and remove the fear and walk, guide people in His direction and to follow His will and to do His purpose for their life. Because no matter what you want to do, if it's not aligned with God's will, it's probably not going to work out, or it might work out for a little bit, and then you'll find yourself in a dark place. So my answer to that question, Ash, is I feel like what we can do right now as a collective is we can come together and pray against this thing first, because there is power in prayer. Okay, there is power in it, and there's power in our faith and our belief, and if we believe anything, and it lines up with God's will, like it shall be done, right, Angie?
Absolutely.
It shall be done.
Definitely, that would be the number one thing for me too. Thing that I said, because I there's no way. I mean, go through hell every day with this,
Mhm.
but I mean, prayer has been my number one thing. Like, I mean, literally, I pray every time they attack me, I send it right to God.
Okay.
So that's been my strength. But one thing I would like to say, I think a lot of this, such a big targeting is, I mean, it's so, I say it's so huge. I think a lot of times that we need to, like, back to the basics and like somewhat keep it simple.
Okay.
And make, well, prayer isn't simple, but you know what I'm saying. Like people, well, I know that a lot of people think on a political level.
Okay.
And I'm not discouraging people, but for me, these people, I really think that the Thai community really need to really, like, I really personally believe that I think a lot of these people know about what's going on and they're turning their head.
Okay.
Period. I just do.
Right.
And
Right.
and the ones that aren't, that are not involved with it and are okay with it, probably targeted themselves.
Mm.
And they may be in denial. I don't know, but I just believe that I hear a lot of, and this is not a criticism at all, but I get this. I hear a lot of TIs say that, well, they didn't believe me. Sometimes people don't believe, maybe.
Right.
But I really believe that there's, like, I think that this is a good cop, bad cop, not literally cop. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But I believe that they just say that wrong. Like, and
Okay.
I base that on the experiences of my targeting.
Okay.
They always want you to think that they are hoping that you'll go to somebody for help,
Mhm.
knowing that they have that person set up. So I think
Right.
there's a lot of gaslighting more than we give. There's a whole lot of gaslighting, but I think that what we need to do is one day, and I think that it's simple. I think that one day we need to decide on a date where we literally don't even talk about the tactics that they're doing
Okay.
to us.
Okay. Okay. You think so?
That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah, not like commit to not making a video. Now, if a new TI makes one, say they enjoy this. They love hearing us. They hate it. They're scared. They don't want to be exposed because that's the rule. But at the time, I don't want them to have that energy that day.
Right.
We all know the major events is for that negative energy.
Okay.
And even though this is helping us, to them, they have a different perspective. And I can just go silent one day on them,
Mm.
where they don't even see our on that particular day a new one. I
Mm.
think that could make some impact.
Mm. Well, man, that was an amazing question, man, guys.
Yeah, well,
what can we do as a collective, to go against this thing that this targeting, this gang stalking, everything that happens to us? What can we do as a collective, man? Call us up if you have any ideas. Right now, call us up, man, or type it in the comment section, man. The comments is on fire right now. Let me read some of these comments, Angie. Praise Jesus says,
okay,
yes, as a collective, Matthew 18:20, New King James Version. For where there are two or three that are gathered in my name, I am there and in the midst of them. Awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome.
very
Praise
awesome.
says, only the enemy would tell you God hates you, at Ashley Marie. You are loved, sister. Definitely, man. Ashley, I know, I think she said she had to go, but no, God doesn't hate anything, okay? God doesn't hate people, God, if anything, God probably hates sin, you know what I mean? But he does not hate you, man, and, if you are going through something right now, know that it is real love here for you. It's real love in my heart, Angie's heart, everybody that's
Yeah.
rocking with us, man. And she's probably definitely going through something right now, man. And she said something earlier. She said that she agrees with the prayer, but she would like to actually do physically get out and do something about it. And I'm all for that too. You know, I would say use your voice. Use your talent. If you can do something, speak out against it. Protest, silent protest or whatever, but it's up to us to do it because ain't nobody going to do it for us. Like, we got to
Right.
organize, we got to get together, we got to strategize, and we got to put this thing into motion and make it happen. But, before all of that, guys, we got to pray, man. We got to pray. Prayer is the answer, man. If you ask me, man, that is the number one, the key thing that we need to do, and together, as one, come together and pray, man. My guy, Jonathan E. Triumphant says, yes, I agree with Angie. Tons of people know what's up, but they're scared. They're scared of their involvement. A lot of people think that TIs are bad guys because of the smear campaigns. Man, that is awesome, man. That is a fact. These smear campaigns are, oh my God, they are something, aren't they, Angie?
They are. I want to speak to that too when if you allow me to.
Go for it, man. This is your
Um,
platform, man. Go for it.
okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do have experience. However, I really believe a lot of those people, that are targeting, that they know that they're lies
Okay.
because they're reporting some of these things too. I think that a lot of these people, um, they know that they're reporting lies. They know that I believe that they believe that we are the person that our, so profile,
Right.
it's saying the rumor profile, whatever. They know, but they have to tell themselves. I think it's like the way I picture it is get a script. They
Okay.
they get told that, oh, Angie is this, that,
Mhm.
and I'll tell you the reason why I believe that, because I noticed that some of the people that target me, and I mean they have targeted me heavy. When
Mm.
I run into outside of like this area or whatever, they really act like it never happened.
Okay.
Like really, it's like this, like you can tell like it was just a job for them.
Okay. Right.
So I don't think like those rooms, like the rumors. I'm gonna tell you another thing that one of the best things you can do, even if you have to stand in front of a mirror in some kind of way, I won't say the way, but like whatever ever done, the worst case scenario, anything you have ever done,
Mhm.
play that out in your mind and leave it there. The,
Mm.
whatever you have ever done, because they try to guilt trip you.
Oh yeah.
Do not let it's what they have. The Bible says it. I don't have the scripture verbatim or even the book is in
Okay.
the Isaiah. I'm not absolutely sure, but what they do, I mean, it's far worse. Just think about the top of the pyramid, okay?
Okay.
There's nothing. First of all, they're doing this without a cause. What the Bible says.
Okay.
They're using all these excuses. They're using rumors and ideas that we have nothing to feel guilty of. Do not let them guilt trip you.
Right. And they will try to guilt trip us, man. And man, that was awesome, Angie. I gotta hit the button on that, man. Yeah, because that was really awesome what you just said, man. They definitely try to hit us with the guilt trips, man. You guys gotta remember, with God doesn't do that, man. God
That's
forgives
right.
and let go. It's the enemy who wants to constantly remind us of our sin and of our wrongdoings, and just trying to remind us and hit us with the guilt trip. And when that happens, guys, just let it go, man. Give it to God, man, and just focus on the goal and focus on what really matters, and try to tap into God's purpose for your life. Because if you are going down that path, if you tapping into that, you're gonna make it every time. And like, you're gonna be victorious every time, no matter who's targeting you, no matter what is happening around you. If you're following God's purpose, it's off to the races, guys. Definitely, man. Oh, and I see my guy, Awakened State of Mind in Australia, just joined us. Welcome to the podcast. Angie, we lit. Angie, we lit. All right, man.
Hey.
We lit, man. Shout out to everybody. If you just now joining us, man, don't forget to smash that like button, man. Not for me, not just for Angie, but for every TI that's going through the struggle, man. Smash that like button, man. And thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for joining us. This is an interactive podcast, guys, the next time. And if you guys want to be a guest, if you guys want to come on here and share your testimony, and just hit me up, man. Hit me up. You guys know how to get in touch with me. Shoot me an email. Hit me up on Skype. Hit me up on Hangouts. We could definitely make that happen, man. Because this platform is for you. It's for the people, so that we can come together and we can talk about what we need to talk about. We can discuss things. We can put things together. We can put a plan in action to make these things happen, like Ashley was talking about, man. That was definitely a great question, man. What can we do? And I'm going to keep that going, guys. What can we do as a collective, man? Call us up and let us know right now, man. Call us up right now, or type it in the comment section. Let us know your stance on that question, man. Praise Jesus says, an idea is to print out postcards with info on them and links for them to Google. Leave them around town, blank machines, etc. They will try to guilt us and shame us, because when we are focused on that, the enemy can't get in. That was awesome. Hold up, man. That was awesome. Man. My guy Jonathan E. Triumphant says, here's the thing, if we had done so much bad stuff, shouldn't we be criminally charged and in jail? Makes no sense, honestly, man. It really doesn't, man. Remember we were talking about that, Angie? Like,
Yeah.
how they're targeting us, right? And we're trying to work a job. We're trying to take care of our families. We love God. We love people, we love life. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, you got these people out here selling 100 kilos of cocaine, murdering people, raping kids and ladies, and just doing the most, robbing stores and banks, and that they don't even get caught half the time. We got murderers right now walking down the street, chilling in the club, shaking it up like this. Remember, shaking it up like that. You know, and then they're murderers, but meanwhile they're targeting us. And it's layers to it, man, and it's crazy, man. Whereas Ashton says, I think filming them fairly nonchalantly makes them feel a little ashamed and makes them think twice. Man, that's what I say. I say that too, man. If something's happening, man, just break out your camera and film them, man. They scatter like roaches, man. A lot of times they won't sit. They don't want to be filmed. They don't want to be on camera, man. If you guys ever tuned into the What's Next live stream, man, we got a segment on there called Perps Going Wild. If you guys have seen it before, a lot of times when these perps get on camera, Angie, and you film them while they're doing the most, they will scatter. They will scatter like roaches when you turn the lights on, man. It is crazy out here, man. Angie, it's lit right now.
Oh,
It's lit, man. Don't forget, man, if you are not part of the family, man, hit that subscribe button right now, man. If you are part of the family, I appreciate you and I love you, man. Don't forget to smash that like button, man. So Angie, how's your sleep life, man? Are they zapping you, man? Are they keeping you up at night, man? Is it a struggle to get to sleep?
ever since this they started the overt, it's not been the same. It's like, but it's not good, and but that's something I always have to hear when I deal with, go out in the public. They make sure that they use that as a persecution tactic too.
Okay.
And they know what's up. I mean, like some people are not aware of the weapons,
Mhm.
but they know that, like for instance, there's a noise campaign here.
Okay.
Like wherever I go, there's always been a noise campaign.
Okay.
So they know what's up. They're just gaslighting.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the
Definitely.
sleeping is not that great.
I'm sorry to hear
But
that, man.
yeah, thank you. Same here. All you guys, I know how it is.
Yeah, man.
But I wanted to also were you about to ask me a question?
No,
Sorry.
no, go for it. No, this is your
Well,
time, Angie. This is your time.
okay.
Yeah.
As far as I think it was Jonathan that asked the question, or made the comment about them trying to charge us with things. When I was a teenager, they were to this in my video
Mhm.
because I didn't really know that advertised me
Okay.
on at a college, no
Okay.
less, and I was a teenager. But after that, they started like testing me, which they did a lot of that too when I was in elementary.
Okay.
But when I say test, they were trying. I believe that they were trying to see, if I would commit. They were trying to see if I would commit a crime.
Okay.
Well, I suggest that most like the TIs try to think back, and to also add to that, that's another reason why you should not feel guilty.
Okay.
Most of the things that we have done, and I take full responsibility on mistakes, sins, and errors, things like that.
Mhm.
But they have a part in this. Believe me, lay pretty much everything in your life. You first of all ask the Most High,
Okay.
ask God,
Okay.
and He will show you things in the spiritual realm. He will reveal them to you.
Okay.
And I call them accessory crime,
Okay.
and that not necessarily a crime, but anything that we have done. Believe you, they've been involved in it some kind of way.
Right. Definitely.
Even
Definitely.
the mind control, because they mind controlled me when I was younger. So
Yeah.
the master mind control.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, man. Street Songs has an amazing. Big shout out to you, Street Songs, too, man. That's my guy. I love him, man. It's my brother, man.
Yeah.
So he said he has an amazing question here. Do they use appliances around your house to do noise campaigns?
Appliances.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Only thing I know is that the noise thing above me,
Mhm.
and I said that noise it happened after I did. You know, it could be totally a coincidence, but I had some GCF let's place, and that's when I noticed that they track, like if I go from room to room, and I used to hear this,
Hmm.
I thought, oh, we just, read this in the comment on YouTube channels or watch it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I wouldn't doubt it though. If it's computerized,
Right.
it,
Right, man. Big shout out to everybody that's joining us, man. This is the Next Time podcast. I am your host, Next Level, man. To the right of me is my good friend, Angie Pittman, man. We are here live right now, man. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want to call us up right now, you can call us up right now and be patched into the live stream. Well, yep, to the podcast right now. Right now. Don't forget to smash that like button for every TI, man. If you guys are tuning in, man, and you guys are typing it in the comment section, if you guys have I know this, but just for everybody watching, if you guys have channels on YouTube that you are speaking out against this and you telling your stories, typing in the comment box right now that you your channel is live right now. And then I want everybody to subscribe, okay? Angie Pittman, she's got an amazing channel. Her link is in the description, okay? And everybody watching this right now, because we need to support each other. We need to we need to show up when people are speaking out against this thing, man. Actually, you know what? My guy Street Psalms is starting a Bible study. He's going to be doing a live stream Bible study, man. So make sure you guys subscribe to his channel, man, because it's awesome, man. And Meerkat Karate, he's starting his channel. He's got some amazing videos. Praise Jesus. She's got amazing videos. Awakened State of Mind in Australia. Amazing videos. Amazing. Man, where's Ashton? I'm being punked. Amazing. Jonathan triumphant. Oh man, just amazing, man. It's just awesome, man. I gotta hit the button. I gotta hit the button, Andrew. I
okay.
gotta hit the button, man. I gotta hit the button, man, because there's some awesome things going on here, man. And I just want to make sure everybody's in tune to what everybody's doing. And I just think it's a great thing, man, that we can do that, man, because it's important, man, to show support for what people are doing. A lot of times you have TIs. Well, I don't know if they are the real TIs. They won't show support. It's all about them. Subscribe to my channel, share my videos, me, this, and that. And you don't even see them. Like, they're not active on YouTube. Angie, when I see videos, I see Angie Pittman, and then when I see your name, I see an amazing comment come with it. And I can say that for Meerkat Karate, he is one of those guys, man. When I see his name, He's on YouTube. He supports, and a lot of people, man. A lot of people praise. She does it. Awakened State. We all do it, man. And we just gotta uplift it, man. And we gotta uplift each other.
Exactly.
And there's gonna be people who are not joining us live who will watch the replay, and yeah, man, they will subscribe. Man, so what do you think, Angie, man? Do you think it's better to stay silent, or do you think it's better to speak out against this and to tell your story?
For me, they let me know that they don't want me to talk, but I think that, it's thousands of people at us. When I think about it over the years, just think of a job. Most there's 100 employees. This community. A whole lot of people coming at us. That's the one thing that keeps us empowered.
Okay.
But you have to be aware that there are risks, and that's where God comes in. My complete faith is in Him. I know they do threats. I have to trust in Him. And so yeah, speaking out.
That was awesome, Angie. Hold up. That was awesome. You heard her, guys. Faith in Him. I'm sorry to interrupt,
Yeah,
man, but that was awesome, man.
no, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to. One of the, we don't let them, make you afraid. We cannot accommodate us, and especially females. They want us all to it. They seem to think like they own us.
Right.
Well, these organizations, they feel like they own us.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. I feel like I just have to speak out,
Okay.
But sometimes it's not the best time to do it,
Mhm.
but we need to speak out.
Definitely. Definitely. We definitely need to speak out against this, man. You heard it, folks. Angie Pittman is in the building, man. I love you, Angie. I really do, man.
Love you
I
back. You
just,
know that.
and I know you're going through a lot of things right now, man. And I just want to be the voice that tells you, man, that God sees what you're going through, and He's got His hands around you, man. And and I just see great things happening for you, man. I hear a lot, I've heard this over and over. When I see something consistently, or when I hear something consistently, I feel like it's coming from the Most High, you know. And
Here.
a lot of times, we things, we don't have the best starts off in life. A lot of people come from rough backgrounds, or the way things started. But if we align with God, man, the finish will be amazing. The finish will be awesome, right, Angie?
That's all right.
Awesome, man. So if you guys are going through something right now, you're going through a rough patch in your life, which we all are. Let's just keep focused on the goal, focus on Him, and I guarantee you, man, the finish will be a lot better than the start, man. So Angie, I got a question for you, man. Do you like? I know this happens to me. Like when you go out grocery shopping, I'm gonna say Walmart. I'm gonna just pick Walmart. Do you go into Walmart at all?
Yep, I go to Walmart, but I don't have. I've heard a lot of TI get really targeted there.
Yeah.
There's been like a over the year, two or three things, but nothing major. Not at Walmart.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So
surprised.
when you go out shopping, are you gang stalked? Do you ever see anything weird? Is people looking and pointing and laughing and following and
Oh gosh,
trying to get close?
wherever. Oh my gosh, when I didn't know exactly what was going on,
Right.
I always be telling my so-called friends
Okay.
that when I would go shopping, people would just come like go to the rack mat, and I understand that. It just didn't make sense.
Right.
And yeah, like I mean, whatever store I go into, I used to use a lot of people, but
Mhm.
now what they're using what they call the store shopkeepers.
Okay.
The people come out and with their cigarettes, which I think that that's one of the reasons why they came up with these laws not to
Mhm.
smoke inside so that they can be watching people. That's me personally, what I think.
Okay.
Because they always use those people to come out to smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
And so yeah, mostly it's the people that work there, but no, I don't, no, not at Walmart, but anywhere
Okay.
else I go, security of course is letting me know that they're watching. But I'm so the thing is, I'm I am I am so over these people watching because they've been doing this ever since I was a child.
Okay.
So I'm over it. I'm just over it. I could care less.
We are over it.
I
We
say
are
it in
over
a
it.
different way, but it might be too much for this show.
Big shout out to Meerkat Karate, man. He said Marshall Law Mart. That was
Wow, they must be really, yeah. I've been
Yo,
hearing things.
it's happened to me, man. Big shout out to Street Songs, man. He said the perps are in a frenzy at Walmart I shop at. Man, me too, man. Oh
Yeah.
man, if you guys have any Walmart stories, man, you want to call us up right now, man. Call us up right now, man. Don't be afraid, man. We'll patch you right in on the live broadcast right now. Big shout out to Jonathan E. Triumphant. He says, I got a roll. He said, I love Angie. She's an awesome lady. I learned a lot
I
from
love you
her.
back.
He said, I learned a lot from her. The same from you, Nexx. Man, we love you too, bro. And he says, you both are doing great work. The live forum is awesome. As many TIs are isolated, I'll be praying for y'all all. Blessings. Good night. That was awesome, bro.
Thanks, girl.
That was awesome, man.
Thank you.
Thank you too, man. Thank you for watching, man, and join us. And Jonathan, man, if you want to be a guest on the podcast, man, hit me up, bro. You know how to get in contact with me, man. We can make it happen. You got Skype. we could definitely make it happen, man. If you are willing, man, I would definitely be a huge blessing, man. Praise Jesus says, we learn from you too, Jonathan E. Triumphant. We are all teacher and students of each other. God bless you and rest well. That was awesome, too, man. Big shout out to Praise Jesus, man. Oh, man, she helped me usher in this NEXXTIME podcast, man. And she was on the first 3 episodes, guys. If you haven't checked those out, check them out. She will be back on the podcast. And if anybody wants to be a guest, man, hit me up, man. We can definitely make this happen, man. Street Psalms, we got to do one, man. We're going to do a podcast, man. We're going to definitely do it, man. Anybody want to be a guest, man, the door is wide open. We can come on here and discuss what we have to. And, you know, we're going to keep pushing the envelope forward, man. We're definitely going to keep doing it, man. And thank you guys for checking us out, man. We are just getting started, man. We are just getting started, man. So, Angie, have you noticed, you know, I'm going to get back into the friend thing, the friend conversation, man. Have you noticed anything change as far as your friends? Like, were there some friends who stuck with you until now, or did people just slowly turn their back on you like they did me?
I friends, like coworkers, you know, like for years.
Well,
But they, I'm sorry, huh?
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You could keep it going. That was my fault.
Okay. Yeah, I really feel like I remember the one friend, and I testified about her in my testimony on YouTube,
Okay.
first video. Wow, I believe, like, I don't know if she knew what she was doing at the time.
Okay.
I kind of think so, but I just knew I had that. I just had just the way she came at me when we first started working together.
Okay.
You know, but she was never a friend though.
Right.
And she wasn't, because you know, these children that we see are gang stalking, the little children.
Yeah.
Those are, you know, I believe that was her. You know, I think that she's been doing this ever since she was, you know, a child.
Okay.
And I really personally believe that when we apply for jobs, they are lining up just like they line people up to live, you know, on the side of us, in front of us, you know, in the same. I think that's what they do with these jobs. I think some people get jobs when we get hired, that they can perk. I really do, and I believe that, you know, at every job.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah. So I never had a whole lot of friends, but
Okay.
the ones that I thought were my friends, and you know, the ones that I was supposed to, you know, because of my cousin and everything, they all made it clear on Facebook. I mean, they keep bringing these people up to me now, you know, to let me know because they want to, you know, they always want to try to humiliate us.
Okay.
So, for instance, when I was working at the retail store, they brought me in, you know, to like try to shame me as if I was embarrassed to be working a job.
Okay.
A legitimate job. Who would be embarrassed to work a job? Better, but
Right.
yeah, they weren't really they were never my friends.
Nope. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Well, you got one friend here with me, Angie Pittman. You got one friend here with me, okay? And I'm pretty sure everybody that's joining us right now, man, friends, okay?
Yeah.
We love you, man, and we just appreciate your energy, man, and thank you for being here, man. And I got another question, Angie. Man, a lot of people complain about helicopters and airplanes. Like, you know, when they go outside, they constantly see airplanes or helicopters going by. Have you ever noticed that in your situation?
When they started back in was it 06, 05? It was back in 05. Every time my boy's house, I would hear all of these helicopters. I mean, like they were right above my house. Like, I mean, it was just ridiculous. And I was, what's they were looking for somebody.
Okay.
Didn't know it was me.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah, so yeah, the helicopters, and then when I first moved here, and when the neighbors, when they were just being extremely over it about,
Okay.
they would, like, when I would go to the park, they would have the helicopters, fly around. And but like lately, I haven't noticed them. They be around, but I don't even pay attention to them anymore.
Mm.
But yeah, they do. They have swooped in on me a few
Mm.
times.
Big shout out to Meerkat Karate, man. He has an awesome comment here. He said about the noise thing. He said I got mad helicopters and single engine planes and leaf blowers and women
Ooh.
next door that live on a condo bangs on the wall for hours at a time. Oh man, that's not awesome. But you know what? I understand, bro. Like I go through the same thing, man. I live in an apartment building, man, and I get these kind of perks, man. Boom, 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 banging on the wall. Sometimes it's like Project X here, to the break it down, yo. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
screaming outside, and it was just
Oh
stomping
no.
on the ceiling, do 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 do.
Yeah.
Um, is that ever a situation with you, Angie? Because I know you said you're in
Yeah,
an
we
apartment.
definitely the when they blow the leaves and things like that.
Yeah.
I remember one time my mom and I had went downtown, and these people made this really loud noise, and I told my mom then they were doing it on purpose. Had no idea I was a target. I knew nothing about this stuff,
Mhm.
but I knew enough to know that it was deliberate.
Okay.
And then whenever you're around any, like it's just gonna be louder when we show up
Okay.
because they know they're trying to damage your bodies, the organs and things. So
Yeah.
take it seriously.
Yeah.
That's why we need to be careful.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely. That was awesome, man. We need to be careful, guys. You hear that?
Yeah.
We need to be careful, man. Street Psalm says, definitely, Angie. Definitely, Angie. Praise Jesus says, LOL. Street Psalm says, Meerkat, I get a buzzing coming from the refrigerator, TV, and alarm, all making
Oh
exact
my
same
gosh.
noise. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
he is so right. I remember when I first moved here, the buzz in the refrigerator, I kept thinking something was unusual about that. But they fixed it. Thank
Okay.
God they
Okay.
fixed
Thank God, man.
it out.
They fixed it, man. Street
But
Psalms. Oh, go ahead, Angie.
I was just going to say real quick, when they do the noise cancellations, I know it's very tempting,
Mhm.
but if I were you, I just don't ever give it back to them. Just let it go.
Okay. Let it go. You heard it first. You heard it first,
Uh,
guys.
just
Just let it go, right, Ange?
right. I never do. I never do that. Mm-mm.
Man. Mia Cat Karate says, yeah, Psalms, my fridge be knocking all weird like it's going to turn into Optimus Prime.
I know what he
Oh
means.
man.
Oh my God, that's
Oh
so funny.
man. That is great, man. If you guys are just now tuning in to the Next Time podcast, this is the Next Time podcast, all right, man? This is an interactive show, man. This is for you. It's for the people. If you guys are going through some things, man, if you guys are, experiencing some crazy things, you guys being followed, you feel some strange vibrations. It's a collective of things that happen to us, man. If you guys are experiencing these things, I just want to let you guys know you are not crazy, man. Okay, and you are not paranoid. Okay, and these things are really happening, man. And we are people who can relate to what you're going through, man. And if you have any questions for me or my guest, Angie Pittman, the amazing Angie Pittman, man, hit us up right now, man. You guys can call in right now and let us know where you at. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. Don't forget to smash it, man. For every TI in the struggle, man, smash it, man. If you're not a part of the family, hit that subscribe button, man. Turn on post notifications so you are notified when we are live, man. You guys do not want to miss out on this special experience, man. Praise Jesus says, years ago, I had a car that all of a sudden a knocking began in the back a hatchback. Like there was someone back there hiding with a spare tire. Knock, knock, knock. When I took it into the dealers, the guys freaked out on me and basically told me I was crazy. That is not cool, man.
Terrible.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Praise. You're definitely not crazy, Praise. You know what was going on, man. Have you ever experienced anything like that, Angie, with your vehicle?
over the years, it's been wow. Let me repeat some of the stuff. Yeah, they do some terrible things.
Mm.
New cars, yeah, they go there. There's
Mm.
no justification for whatever they do. There's no justification for it. They are not God.
Right. They are definitely not. They are definitely not God, man. I remember, Angie, like, I want to say this goes back to about 2011. I had a Jeep back then. All I drove was Jeeps. And I would back out of my driveway, and I mean, this started as soon as I backed out of my driveway. Back out, and I'll go, and as soon as I go, boom, somebody would be following me, like the gang stalkers in my car, like when I was driving, and I knew it was something weird because they would get close. They would get so close that if I slammed on the brake, they would have smashed right in the back of my car, you know. And I wasn't, I'm gonna keep it real, man. I wasn't doing the best. I wasn't making the best choices back then, the stuff that I was involved in. But
Yeah.
I would be moving around, and they would be following me everywhere I went, and I thought it was the feds. I'm like, and come to find out, it is the feds. Like they do follow. They are involved in the targeting. You know what I mean? But has that ever happened to you? Have you ever got followed around while you
Oh
are in your
God.
vehicle?
Oh my, they do all the time. They still do that stuff. When I started that job years ago, these people, I'm telling you, they're exhausted. They try to, the thing like you just mentioned, or like with their cars, try to get me to hit them. Try to
Right.
come out in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
They are wow. The chances that people take. I mean, it happens all the time, every day. One time, I went to the parking lot and they were pretending they were pushing our by hand,
Okay.
from one end of the parking. Like I was coming into the parking lot. They waited just till I got right there, when it was time for me to pass it
Mm-hmm.
to get my way. These people, oh my gosh. It's so easy to be mad, but like over the years, like I think that one of the best ways you can disempower them
Okay.
is to try your best not to, try not to get mad at them.
Okay. Okay.
Try, yeah, that's what that's their goal. That's what they. It's normal. Don't feel bad though if you do get angry. As long as you're not, listen about, doing sin. Just, again, don't let them guilt trip you. But yeah, they have
Right.
done a lot of that.
Right. Definitely, man. That's big, man. Um, because these situations that we go through can be really super mega frustrating, right? To just think that there is an onslaught of people that are just in the background that are just trying to hinder us and trying to destroy our reputation and trying to, take away our happiness, our relationships, and you can easily be angry and mad, and it's easy to hold on to that, and it's not wrong, Angie, if we do get mad, but the thing is to let it go, not to hold on to it, not to dwell on
It's
it. You know what I mean? Because
right.
I get pissed, when these things happen. And then when I hear about, how they target the women, like the things that they do to you guys, the things that you go through, it does something to me on the inside, Angie, because, they don't try us like that. They don't try men like that. The perps, how they do women, the things that y'all go through, my heart goes out to y'all, man. It really does, man. And it's like, you were right about what you said, man. Guys, we got to let that anger go, and we got to not get mad at these guys, not get mad at these perps, and You not even get mad at the situation, but to just find something to be grateful for, right, Angie?
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I mean, every day they chores, but just it's a process. Be patient with yourself,
Mhm.
and some days is better than others.
Mhm.
Don't be hard on yourself if you do, but just really try to just think the word calm. I use scriptures some days, or I'll sing
Mhm.
songs. You
Mhm.
know, just really try just to stay calm. Because see, like one thing they have noticed about me is like when what was going on, that they were deliberately trying to trip me. Like who's that? Like who goes around trying to make somebody mad?
Right.
I used to get upset,
A
but
per.
now they have noticed a vast difference, and it's bothering these people.
Mhm.
But they want to have a reason. They're making a mountain out of a molehill. Like they're really trying to, they just grasp for straws.
Mm.
But yeah, so just try to be cool. The cooler you are, the less. But it doesn't matter. Like even if you're what the world, you're nice to these people. It does not matter. Don't prove to them that you're nice. You guys, they know that you are.
Okay.
They know. Do not prove. Don't get it. Validate you. And if you don't believe in God, which I believe in, at least validate yourself. Do not look for these people to validate you. Try to prove to these people. They know what's up.
That's right. That's right.
They know we people. They know. They
That's
know.
right, man. My guy. Well, actually, praise Jesus. My love, praise Jesus. She says, yes, Angie, stay in a state of love. Rebuke the unclean spirits within them and call on the name of Jesus. That was
I
awesome.
hear you.
That
That's
was
so
awesome.
inspirational. So inspirational.
That was awesome,
Yeah,
man. My guy, Street Psalms,
that's
big shout
great.
out to Street Psalms. He says they destroyed about 5 cameras, cell phones, music amps, John Deere lawnmower. I was filming Targeted Man documentary and destroyed my friend's camera. A microwave messed up the lens. Man, I'm sorry that happened, bro. Like,
Terrible street.
man, Meerkat Karate says Angie is right. Yes, she is. Angie is right. Man, Street Psalm says, really, yes, the drone was over my head directly. Man. Mm. Man, have you ever seen any drones, Angie? Have you ever got
You know,
followed by these drones?
I'm glad you mentioned. Summers ago, I was getting outside in the car.
Okay.
That's another reason. Like they don't want you to be outside because they know that we can see things. It's like they live. Like we can really. Most people will not pay attention to things, but we see it. And yeah, I'm sure I have a few times.
Okay. Okay.
Nighttime.
Definitely, definitely. Man, I got another question for you, my friend. Angie Pittman, big shout out to you, man. Has this targeting affected your love life?
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. One thing they don't want is for me to have a look like over it anyway. I'm so over it now. They'll teach you. These people are so, I mean, horrible. And so yeah, they affected. I think that they mind control. They were doing that back day, like when I was a child. Like they would always make sure that even when I was in elementary school, that some would have a little boyfriend, and I know that's somewhat normal, but
Okay.
I really believe that they were setting that up for like when I got older.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
believe me, these people do studies on us, you guys.
Oh
Like
yeah.
no coincidence.
Oh
They
yeah.
are very strategic.
That is a fact. That is a fact. They definitely watch and study our every move, and now with this remote neural monitoring, they're in our heads, man. They're in our thoughts, man. Like I felt so violated, Angelique, when I figured out that that was happening, and I can't even have my thoughts to myself, and like I don't thinking back on when I first found out that that was happening, like I don't know, it just enraged me, man. But now just going back to what you were saying, man, like we can't be mad, man. We gotta just, you know, We gotta focus on him, right? We can't be walking around with that
Oh,
anger
you too.
inside of us, man. We gotta focus on him, man. So as far as your love life, do you think that any of your exes in the past, do you think that they were perps?
I know it. I know they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I remember some years ago I started noticing a pattern here, like on talk shows,
Okay.
like some women would like run into high, and naturally you think, oh, it must be that person.
Okay.
But of course, as TIs, we know better now. But yeah, yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like a lot of these people, they got themselves in some, got caught up, and they're willing to get out of trouble, and that they'll slow somebody down so that they won't go down.
Okay.
Start to kind of got to, and not even like with my love life. I she's somewhat like she's related to me,
Okay.
like from a cousin, or by marriage, and like gosh, these people are something else. Like we were friends, like family,
Okay.
and um, I thought it was something funny about her story because funny as in ironic, like just it didn't make sense. She said she had some, legal records,
Right.
like broke the law or whatever,
Mhm.
but yet she could like get certain jobs, and people do that, and that's how.
Right.
That's why they want us to work these jobs. Well, you all know. I mean, this is, but yeah, yeah, I run into a lot of that. Yeah, it was a pattern. That pattern.
So I got another question. When you found out about this targeting, did you reach out to your family for support? And if you did, what was their reaction when you tried to explain to them about the whole program and how it was affecting you?
Well, I said, um, it was my situation again. It was a little bit different because it was like, but it was subtle. By the time when Facebook and they targeted me like they did,
Hmm.
and I could see peers tripping, and that's when I just started backing away from people because time I was like everybody. It looked like everybody was in on it,
Yeah. Yeah. I went through that.
So I just backed away.
Mm.
Yeah, like
Mm.
even some of my daughter friends, people they were coming up saying different things.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of happened that way. I back from everybody, you
Mm.
know.
Mm.
Yeah, so I didn't chance, but when I did, when I finally woke up, I wasn't around them, but the one person I did tell, I mean, she was in on it all the time.
Okay.
Like
Perp.
our family members, if you notice, they'll show up too
Yeah. Oh yeah.
where you're
That
at.
that was my next question. Do you believe that
Oh,
any of your family members are involved in your targeting?
oh my gosh. I mean, I'm laughing. It's not funny, but it's just so weird.
Right. Right.
I don't think that's. I mean, it cannot happen unless they have to. And the family members that I was, I consider close, like my cousins, my
Mm.
first cousins.
Okay.
A lot of them, second, all of them that we grew up together.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe they've been doing this ever since we were children. Like, I mean, literally, they've been for a long time.
Okay. Okay, definitely, definitely. And guys, I want to encourage the audience that's watching, man. I just want to let you guys know that I love all of you guys, and me, Angie,
I love.
we love them, right? Tell them, Angie.
Yeah, I definitely love all.
Right, we love you guys, man. And if you guys hear a question that I asked Angie, and you guys care to share your experience, man, if you want to just type it in or give me a call us up, man, and we will patch you live, man. You can actually share your experience with us live on the podcast, man. This is the Next Time podcast. I am your host, Next Level. To the right of me is my good friend, sister in Christ, child of God, Angie Pittman. Man, we just love you guys, man. So just keep that in mind, man. If you guys care to share your experience or you just want to call us up and just say, hey, what's up? Big shout out to you or whatever. The platform is here, man. It's for you guys, man. That this is what we do. This is what we're going to do. Man, so Angie, is there anybody in your life right now besides the Most High, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? Is there anyone in your life that that you can say, that is there for you for support as far as this whole targeting thing is concerned?
I'm pretty isolated. I have, you TI, but like to say somebody here in Toledo, my mom, but she's elderly and she's going through her, some medical conditions
Okay.
that they also target me for, but not here in Toledo.
Mm.
Nobody like, they got all my cousins. I have a half sister
Mm.
who, I, she was one of the first people. Like when we first met her on the phone, and I kept wondering why did she want to be on for like hours, and
Okay.
that's not unusual for when I guess. But I like, even though I'm talkative now, I was never on. So that's one of the things that they try to target me on because they know that I'm not, big on being on the phone. But
Okay.
she was very unusual, and I kept wondering why did she be on this phone, and now why? Because she knew what was up.
Okay.
She's in. But I did kind of want to. When you mentioned next about the mind reading,
Okay. Okay.
I hear that a lot, and I don't doubt it. I don't doubt. You said earlier, which was I'm glad you mentioned it. When we hear different TIs going through things,
Right.
we're not rule it out because you never know. It just depends on what level you're on.
Right.
And but I would like to say this, even though I don't doubt if people say that they're mind reading, especially in the case of B2A,
Okay.
but they're not reading my mind.
Okay.
And I don't know that they're not reading my mind because there's some things all you say out loud.
Okay.
If you say something out loud, then there's potential for them to use it,
Okay.
because of all the computers and they have their snitches out there.
Okay.
They got people glued in. Like, if I'm talking loud in this apartment, like right now, they're probably listening.
Mm.
But if there's some things that I've never heard them up, and I'll be 55 in a few days.
Wow.
And have never brought that up to me. That's why I know that they cannot mind read. I think they got better when they, started getting all this information together in these computers. But they cannot read my mind. They'll never be able to do this.
Man, I actually have a short story that happened to me on one of my jobs the job that I worked. It was the worst workplace mobbing ever. Okay, it was at a call center. I worked at a call center, and it was all like it was the worst workplace mobbing, Angie, I have ever experienced, man. And I was being remote neural monitored on this job, Angie, like that. And I'm gonna tell you what happened. Okay, so it's a call center, so I'm at my desk, and it was an inbound call center where, people were calling in, and it was for a cable company, and people would call in, and they were stressing out about their bills, and they wanted to do this, and we have to sell them HBO and everything, right? So I'm at my desk, and I'm doing my job, and there was a guy there who, I actually had a previous run-in with, like maybe I want to say a summer ago, so he's just being loud in the background and making noise and, and he was, and I forgot what he was saying, but he was just being belligerent and being loud. And I'm on the call and I'm doing my job, and I just remember, sitting there, and I thought in that moment, I'm like, man, I really don't like this dude, man. And I was thought that. I didn't say it because I'm actually doing my job. And I'm like, I really don't like this guy. And right after I said, well, I didn't even say that, I thought that. He's like, rah, rah, rah. And I'm like, I really don't like this guy. That's what my thought was, right? Right after I said that, Angie, he said, well, I don't like you either. And then stormed out of the car room and boom, slammed the door and made a big scene. I'm like, whoa. And I was like, whoa. Like, yo, I was really bugging. And this was before I found out anything about TI or the technology or anything. Like, this really happened, okay? And, you know, so I'm sitting at my desk. And right as I think, man, I really don't like this guy, he yells, well, I don't like you either. And stormed out of there and slammed the door. And at that moment, I was like, what the? I'm like, I was really freaking out. Like, what the? Like, and then later on, you know, when I found out about this targeting thing and the remote neural monitoring thing, I was able to think back at that situation that happened and know that, man, they were really, like, they were remote neural monitoring me. And it is possible that, you know, they can actually, you know, they have technology to actually do that. And that really happened to me, man. Meerkat Karate says, yes, they use quantum computers against us. It's called SWS. What is that? Selentic Word Simulator. World. But it ain't nothing compared to Jesus.
I hear that. Exactly. That was awesome.
Man. You know it, man. That was definitely awesome. Big shout out to Meerkat Karate, man. But yeah, they do. There's technologies out here, Angela. They got a lot of stuff that we don't know about. We're slowly learning about this stuff every day, and they're coming out with new ways to target us and new ways to do things. But we don't have to focus on it, man. You know, because the power is in the Most High, right, Angie?
Right. Definitely.
Man. So I wanted to ask you another question, Angie. Do you have hope? Well, not do you have hope, because I know you got hope, but I wanted to rephrase the question here. Do you think that it is possible for a non-TI to be in a romantic relationship with a TI and coexist and love each other and get married and be together? Do you think that's possible?
Initially, at first I didn't think so, but if they're being persecuted as well, even though they may not consider themselves a TI,
Right.
I think it's possible.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's possible, especially the TIs, you know, the gifts of discernment and wisdom,
Mhm.
knowledge, and understanding.
Mhm. Guys,
Yeah.
guys, if you tuning in, man, do you guys hit it in the comment section right now? Do you guys think that it is possible for a non-TI to coexist in a relationship, in a romantic relationship with a TI? Do you guys think that is a possibility, that where it could actually work? You know, not just have a moment, you know, because we have moments, you know, when you are a TI, you have these moments, right, where you start a job and everything seems like, yeah, man, yeah, we love you, and then you go into work 2 weeks later and then bam, you know, the workplace, people start acting shady and staring around. You have these moments where you meet people and you think, oh man, I love this person, we can be together, and then boom, you know, they start freaking out and getting really perpy and doing sketchy things. So you think that it's possible, Angie? You think that it could work?
Yeah, I definitely. There's a guy. I don't know him right now. I want to say his name is the ball or Danny or something, but he's a guy, and he met his wife. And he ended up being a woman that's not a TI,
Really?
and they seem real. She seemed real legit to me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, man,
Mhm.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. He testified. Oh, I can think of his name. I want to say Daniel. Oh, but
Okay.
I'm not sure. But it's a great testimony though.
Mm. Man, I say if you can find love wherever you find it, man, hold on to it, man, and never let it
Oh yeah,
go, man. Never let it go, man. I feel like real true love, because it's all kinds of love, you know. It's psycho love, like it's jealous love, it's puppy love, true love, 100% love is it never dies, you know. And that's the kind of love that we receive from the Most High, man. It never dies, man. It stays with us through eternity. Through eternity, man. So Angie, do you believe that? Do you believe that this targeting thing? Do you think that it'll ever come to an end?
Well, when I first found out about it, first thing I thought about, I was like, God, He's the God of impossible.
Right.
But after a lot of research, it's clear that the people that are allowing us to be blacklisted,
Mm-hmm.
they are saying that it never ends. But I want to say, for me, I know that, God can do anything.
That's
It
right.
would surprise me, but at the same time, I don't want to, I want to reveal the Bible.
Mm.
And so, that's
Mm.
a hard one. I would have to say that as far as I know, the blacklist us, that they don't remove names off that blacklist.
Mm.
And the best way to get through it is to have faith, believe, well, for me, it's God, the creator, but for some,
Right.
have a belief in something.
Mm. That was awesome, man. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. And I asked you a question a little while ago about, if you had any people in your life for support. And I should have asked this back then, but I got a little sidetracked. But I asked that because, a lot of TIs, a lot of people that's going through these persecutions, because a lot of people who are targeted, they don't want to be identified as targeted individuals. And I understand that, and I respect it, Um, but I asked it because a lot of people, a lot of TIs, um, don't have anybody there to support. I happen to be one of them, like I am alone in this. I know that the Most High is with me at all times, but I'm talking about physically in my life. Like there's really no support system for me there. And I want everybody that's in the same situation to know that you are not alone, okay? You might be physically alone, but there are other people who are going through similar situations as you. And I don't believe that it's going to be like that forever, Angie. Like, I don't believe, I believe that for everybody, not just for myself. At the right time, the Most High will send someone in your life who understands what you're going through, that you can share, you can love, you guys can, and I believe that wholeheartedly, Angie. So everybody that's going through it and they feel alone, do not give up hope. Know that there is a change will come. Just like my guy said, a change gonna come.
Absolutely.
Never doubt that, man. Change is gonna come, and guys, do not lose faith. Do not give up faith in that. And I know at some point though in my targeting, I kind of got done with people. Like I just, like I used to be this outgoing guy, like fun. I just want to hang out, and I always made friends, and for a while I just was like, yo, I don't even want to talk to nobody. Like I just want to stay to myself. Like it's easier. Can you relate to a little bit of that, Angie? Like, are you
Oh,
still outgoing,
gosh.
want to hang out with people, or are you more like reserved and like, okay, I'm gonna just be over here with my Bible?
Yeah, I miss, I'd never been one to like have company in and out, but it's, the occasional, like, or like eating spice or something like that. But for me, it's just not worth it because they just, these people, they want to make sure that you feel like, to not trust anybody. It's always a hurt, and so, I miss it. It would be nice, but I'm content at right now.
Right.
And I do agree with you though that I do believe that depending on how a couple want how hard they would work for it,
Mhm.
it can happen.
Okay.
again, if you're really on top of your discernment, you intuition, whatever you might call it, I believe it's possible.
Okay.
But
Definitely.
in that way.
Definitely. Definitely, man. And I got another question too for you, Angie. What kind of things do you do to keep your mind, well, not to keep your mind, but to take your mind away from, all of the gang stalking, the perps, the directed energy weapon attacks. Like, what do you do to get, to bring yourself a little peace and tranquility? What kind of things do you do?
Well, for the most part, like this, like I have days, but for the most part, for me, it's it's me in the Bible,
Okay.
God,
Oh,
meditating,
okay.
just praising Him and just
Okay.
really trying to take advantage of getting closer to Him now because we just never know what might happen. I saw a YouTube video the other day that said that China can't, they're not even allowed to download Bibles anymore.
Wow.
Or, like, yeah. So I'm just trying to me, I'm always in war mode. I know that, things are not going to be like this. Things can change in a twinkling of an eye, like the Bible says. Yeah. So I'm just trying to take a bit of, memorize scriptures, and I have a puppy, and I
Okay.
spend time with him.
Okay.
I adopted him last year. Of course, he gets targeted too.
Oh
These
man.
nice people, will harm an animal.
Oh,
Um,
I'm sorry to hear
so
that, man.
so thank you. But I just try to take advantage of, I live in a state of gratefulness, and
Okay.
I'm grateful for the good, bad, and the ugly. I
Mm.
trust the Most High.
Mhm.
We Some things we just cannot change, and you know.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Man, so who? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay, like
Okay.
when you look in the mirror, right, and you take a look at yourself, like who is Angie Pittman? Like who would you like? Who is she? Who is Angie Pittman?
Who is Angie Pittman? Well,
Let the people know.
what was that?
I said, let the people know who you are. Who is Angie Pittman?
Who am I? Well, for me, a child of God, of the
Okay.
Most High, of
Okay.
the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
I now know I really don't like to use the word God, but I still use it for universal purposes.
Okay.
So that's number one. And then, oh, wow, that's who I am. That's who I am.
Mm.
I mean,
Mm.
it's having a different life. Nowadays, life is so much. They don't want me to work. They complain if you don't work. They want to keep you in a state of confusion, meaning the game stalkers, this program.
Okay.
Um, Mainly, that's who I am.
Mm.
You know,
All right. Good deal.
that's who I am.
What kind of things do you enjoy doing? Like, are you a good cook? Do you like listening to music? Can you sing? Like, what some of the talents that you
Oh,
enjoy to do?
um, I don't have a good voice, but I like to sing.
Okay.
But yeah, I do. I love it. There's a lot of things that I mean, I love bike ride, but of course they don't want me out there. You know, so sometimes I've been on my bike. It's hard because of the dog now. So,
Okay.
but if I didn't have my dog, I would go out there anyway.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I used to be
Mm.
very active, but
Mm.
this thing has really changed. It really changed my life.
Mm.
But I wouldn't trade it for nothing else in the world. It's an honor to be persecuted for Christ's sake, and
Mm.
it's horrible as it is. Look what He did for us. So
Right. That
yeah.
is a fact, man. Man, if you guys are just tuning in, man, this is the Next Time podcast, man. I am your host, Next Level, man. To the right of me, that's my good friend Angie Pittman, man. She has an amazing YouTube channel. Her links are in the description. If you guys want to check out her videos, they are absolutely amazing. I kid you not, I've watched them I watch them again, and I encourage you guys to check them out right now, man. If you guys are not part of the family, hit that subscribe button, man. And smash a like on it, man. Don't be scared of that like button, man. If you guys have any questions for Angie Pittman, man, type it in the comments right now, man. If you guys have any questions for me, type it in the comments right now. Let's see here. Meerkat Karate says, I would love to talk with you guys on Google Hangouts. I'm so tired of being isolated. Man, I know how it feels, my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, we are all on Google Hangouts. Actually, my link is, well, not my link, but my contact info is in the description, guys. You can get a hold of me up at any point, man. Skype, Hangouts. You can definitely make it happen. If you guys have Google Hangouts, Angie, can you be reached on Google Hangouts? Let them know.
Sure can.
Yeah.
I would really like to. That's a good idea.
Definitely, man. If you guys want to reach Angie, she can be reached on Google Hangouts. Tell them how to reach you, Angie.
Oh my gosh, I technical savvy, I guess you could say. Wow, I just downloaded that app. There you go.
Look,
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
whatever
I should.
whatever email your Gmail is, guys. If you want to
Oh,
connect with
here.
somebody on Google Hangouts, your Gmail is how you find them. You type in the search bar, you type in their Gmail address, and bam, they will pop up, and bam, you guys can chat at any point in time, man. I do encourage it. But I also want to let you guys know that Skype, once if you connect and want to talk like we are talking here, Skype would be the way, man, because they do a lot of interference with the Google.
Oh,
Yeah, they do a lot of interference with the Google. Definitely, man. Definitely. Man, this has been amazing, Angie. It truly has been, man.
yeah.
Let's see here. I wanted to ask you, man, have you ever met any TIs in real life? Like, have you ever met any out in Ohio where you live?
The one that said they were not, so I would have to say no.
Okay.
But no.
Okay. Definitely, definitely, man. And do you like to get out a lot and go for walks in the park, or go hang by the lake, or are you more reserved and you just like to just stay mellow and keep it in the pad? I'm sorry.
No, yep, those are things that I like to do.
Okay.
I be active as I can be, considering, what they do. Do it, they're gonna they will come. So,
Okay.
but like I said, I'm over that,
Okay.
you know.
Okay, cool, man. And I also heard about something. I'm not sure if you heard about this, Angie, but just recently, I think it was last week.
Mhm.
Because I'm not really active on Facebook. I don't know who here is active on Facebook, but there was a TI in the community who committed suicide that I heard, and I heard it was a female. Did you hear anything about that? I guess they were posting about it on Facebook and the TI community Facebook groups. Did you hear anything about that, or anybody watching? Did you guys hear anything about that?
Yeah, I heard about it. Someone actually posted a video about it, but they didn't say the name. This one particular person did,
Right.
and I don't blame them unless if you know for sure. I mean, I would have if I knew for sure. But
Hmm.
yeah, I did hear about that. That's trouble.
Yeah. Did you actually know the person? Know who it was?
No, but from if it's a person that that I did hear, I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Because sometimes how do we know that that's the truth? But
Hmm. Yeah,
yeah,
I
but
guess
I
it
did
was.
hear.
I guess it was really big. Like a lot of people were talking about it, and I guess this is really a real thing, and it really happened. Actually, my moderator here, big shout out to Where's Ashton. I'm being punked. She says Janet Murray, man, rest in peace. I want to give a rest in peace shout out to Janet Murray, man. Um, and the reason why I asked about that is because she committed suicide. Okay, and this is a
Oh,
really serious thing, guys. And the this whole program thing, you know. I know I've experienced it. I don't know if you have experienced it, Angie, but you know, you get a wave of frequencies when things happen and you feel like, man, I just don't want to go through this no more. I don't, you know, I don't have the power to, I don't want to do this no more. And you feel like you just want to kill yourself and you just want to end it all. If you guys are going through that, if you guys experience that at all, please just reach out to somebody, man. Reach out to somebody, man, and don't do it, man. Please, it's really not worth it, man, because you can't come back from that. There is no coming back from suicide. And you know, you can get through this thing. Just like, guys, you can get through these things. Well, with the Most High, and you know, with people in your life, things will turn around, man. If you guys feel at all that you want to end it all, do not do that, guys. And just be brave and just push forward, just to keep pushing forward, man. And again, Janet Murray, I want to send a rest in peace shout out to her, man. And if you guys are feeling suicidal at any time, you can reach out to me. My contact information is in the description, man. You can reach out to anybody in the chat right now, and I'm pretty sure, you know, we will definitely be there for you in that time of need, man. Because you know it. You know, when you go I know when I went through it, Angie, I was all alone, you know, and I had nobody to talk to, and everything was crumbling from around me, and it, you know, and I did feel like that at a time, but you know, I'm just thankful that, you know, God pushed me through it, you know, and I didn't do that, you know. Some people are stronger than others, and you know, not judging it, but not judging them. But, you know, I feel like if there was somebody there to support them through that, maybe they wouldn't have taken their life, you know. And
that's right.
It's really a sad situation. And again, I want to send a rest in peace shout out to Janet Murray. And just encourage you guys to, you know, and if you see somebody that's going through something like that, or even mention the words, I want to kill myself or commit suicide or something, you know, take that really serious, okay? And I ask you guys to reach out to anybody who's feeling like that, man, and to just show them support and let them know that they're not alone and it's going to be okay at the end of the day.
I agree. I did that type of work for years to help people not to commit suicide.
Right.
And, you know, it's normal to, I mean, excuse me, not normal, but it's common. It's, you know, a fleeting thought, one thing, but it's just not the way to go, you guys. First of all, because of my belief in God, but the other thing is, one of the people that I know that was definitely a person, no doubt about it. I remember him telling me a story, and I'm hoping it could be under 30 seconds, but he had told me before I knew anything about this targeting and stuff, and I was real strange. He mentioned to me that this guy, he called him a fool for stuff. And he said because they were teasing him at work. They were joking, and I know it was targeting. I know that's exactly what it was. He said, he was like, you know, that fool went and killed himself. It's like, you guys, these people are not worth it. Although I know that they can put, like, we just never know. You know, they will put it on you. They can do that, you know.
Definitely.
Guys, they've already taken enough.
Right.
More than should. But no, they look at people like fools. They don't care.
Right.
Just don't care.
Wow, man. Where's Ashton? I'm being punked. I got a question, man. Was that Jan R? The Janet Murray? Like, is that Jan? Was she an older lady and living in her car? I hope that wasn't Jan, man, because she was definitely going through some things, man. And Janet, that's real close to Jan. You know, I hope that wasn't her, man, because she was definitely going through some things. You ever seen her videos, Angie?
All her videos are, yeah. I think she said that she was moving out of the country.
Yeah, she said that.
Yeah, that woman is very amazing.
Yeah, definitely, man. She said I talked to her some. She had no hope. She posted a few days before that, we were pushing her. They were pushing her to. Wait, let me rewind that. She posted a few days before that. They were pushing her to suicide. Wow. She was a little older. I believe she had a husband. Wow. Man. It's another rest in peace shout out, man, to her and all her family. I don't think it was her. Okay, it was a different Jen. Okay, man. It's just a scary situation, man. Because in that one moment, man, you can make a decision and that you can't come back from, that you can't be forgiven from, And then you got to think, you can kill yourself, right? And I'm not co-signing that, but that it don't just affects you, it affects everyone around you. If you have kids, it affects them. It affects your family members, whoever it is that's around that you might not even know that is there, but that is there. Everybody who you are associated with, it affects people, man. And suicide is never the answer, man. It's never the answer, man. So if you guys start getting those frequencies, I gotta end it, or I should just kill my. Please just reach out to somebody, man. In the moment, man. Please. That is never the answer, man. Never the answer. And if you're just tuning in right now, this is the NEXXTIME podcast, man. I am your host, Next Level, man. To the right of me is Angie Pittman. Oh, man, out of Ohio, man. Ohio. Man, I got to come through there, Angie. I want to see what it's like out there.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's pretty nice here.
That's not really too far from New York, man. I'm in upstate New York. I don't know where everybody's from, man, but shout out to where everybody is from, and
Yeah.
Are you more in a country setting, Angie, or is it more like a suburb,
No.
or a city?
Actually, I live in the city. I've always lived in the city, and it's not where I live at. It's not too far from Michigan. I'm right like at the Michigan line. It's not that far. But yeah, anybody, any TI, have here, come and visit Toledo, please get in touch with me.
All right, man.
And street songs, anyone,
right.
TI.
Big shout out, man. I'm definitely coming through there, man. We got to come through there, man. Make some videos or something. Do a podcast live from Ohio. I definitely plan to get out here, man, and get to the people, man. I think that's what we need to do, man. We definitely need to do that, man, and just show people that we can get out and move around, and we don't have to be scared, guys. We don't have to be locked in our rooms and peeking out the windows and hiding under the beds. We don't have to. We can get out here and live our life. I try to show that in my videos as much as I can, man, because people really need to see that's going through this program, man. We're gonna my boy Meerkat Karate said, "I'ma holler at you, Miss Angie." That was awesome. We're gonna holler at you, man. We're getting ready. We're gonna get ready to wrap things up, man. If you guys have any questions for me or Angie right now, man, speak now or forever hold your peace. Please speak now, forever hold your peace, man. Street Psalm says, Shelley and I talked about a trip. Oh, okay. He's talking about making a trip out there, Angie. Psalms.
Yeah, Shell, his sister. Yeah, please do.
Yeah, man.
I will here.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad he's still on. I didn't know he was still on.
Oh, yeah, he's still rocking with us, man. He's still rocking with us. And guys, maybe we should arrange for something. Maybe we should arrange for some kind of meeting or hangout or something. Let's put it together, man. Let's make it happen. It won't happen unless we make it happen, guys. So that might be something we can do, man. Like Ashley said, we can actually get out and do stuff and make stuff happen, man.
But a lot of TI have done that before. So
yeah, definitely.
We be successful at it.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Let's see here. Praise. I will send you an invite after the show. It's okay. Definitely, man. So, Angie, do you want to say anything to the people before we wrap it up?
No, I just want to say thanks for watching. Thank you inviting me and making me feel so comfortable. I love all of you, you know that, and I'm always praying for you, and I thank you for your prayers. And I just want to shout out the street. I always call him Mike. If it wasn't for him and his conference call, I wouldn't have been on this conference call. So thank you for that.
Okay.
And
Big shout out to Street
anyway,
Psalms.
it's so nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome, man. Oh man, you guys heard it, man. That was Angie Pittman. Don't forget the links to her um, YouTube pages. She has 2 pages. The links are in the description now, man. I am your host, Next Level, man. Thank you for joining us today. It has been an amazing podcast with my friend Angie Pittman. This is volume 7. If you guys are watching and you want to be a guest at some point, man, we can make it happen. It's easy as a quick snap, man. All you got to do is get a hold of me and let me know, man. My contact information is in the description, man. So you guys make it happen, man. And God bless every TI, man. And
Yeah.
thank you for tuning in. Street Song says all praises to the Most High, man. God bless everybody,
Yeah.
man. Yep. God bless everybody. Thanks everybody for joining us today, man. We'll see you on the next one on next time. We love you guys. Peace.
Surround sound recordings.